Anyways, welcome to
Wait, Mark, I
the.
have to do my taxes
Go
real
fuck
quick.
yourself. Anyways, welcome to the Japan presentation. I'm your host, Mark. Again,
Hi, Mark.
so
Hi,
let's
Mark.
let's break it down, please. Okay, here's a roadmap. All right, the places we went, the food we ate, the do's and don'ts that you don't hear from every YouTuber that says go to Japan for your first time. Other shit that I couldn't fit into a category, and the answer. So we'll start with the places. So we started off in Tokyo, we went to Kyoto, then we went to Osaka and Hakone, and then we went back to Tokyo. For the intents of this presentation, we're going to start in Kyoto because I don't feel like going to Tokyo twice. so, so here's some random pictures we took at Kyoto. Haseo, do you remember the name of the market? Is it Nishiyama Market?
I thought it was Nishiki.
Nishiki? Okay, fine. Yo, what up, JPT? What it do? Um, so basically, it's this long ass fucking market where just people are selling their stuff. It's always fucking busy. Always fucking busy. And I was like, you could always chime in if you want to add something because you were there too, believe it or not. I saw you there.
I know. I was there when all the Italians showed up.
Oh God.
yeah.
No,
So,
you would not believe how many fucking Italians showed up. Like within like an hour of us trying to cross the street.
Hey, I'm walking here.
yeah.
That's funny.
Hey, where do they make the pasta brownie?
Hey, I'm being Italian right here.
yeah.
Bada
Hey, where's the
bing.
gabagool?
So, anyways, I think at Kyoto is where we saw more foreigners than like Japanese people. And you heard everything from Italian, Portuguese, Spanish, German,
Brazilian.
Portuguese. I said Portuguese. Russian, Chinese. Like, you heard pretty much every fucking language here. I don't know why there were more foreigners than Japanese, but yeah, that's what it was. So we spent a couple days here. It's a nice little city. It's probably the smallest city we actually visited. So a couple of these shots I took at like 5 o'clock in the morning because, surprise, surprise, you don't sleep well crossing 13 time zones. So, but you do get these nice shots. The one to the top right is
You also
at night.
don't sleep well when you sleep on the floor like an idiot.
That's true. All right.
Floors are comfy.
No, no.
Yes.
They promised us two beds. They gave us one. And Haseo was like, okay, well, how do you want to do this? And I'm like, I'm taking the floor. so, but yeah, no, Kyoto is a very nice, like, small, quiet city. And I think this is where I enjoyed the cherry blossoms a lot more than everywhere else. Also, you see less people. So, yeah. So here's some other random shots of Kyoto. Um, I like the shots like the top left. It's like urban meets nature, and just the riverbanks. And if I had more time, I would just walk around the riverbank. Just I don't know, just fucking walking it down, just looking at shit. And then top right is a train station that I don't know. I just like the aesthetic. And then bottom right is Kyoto at 5 o'clock in the morning, and bottom left is Kyoto at 7, 8 o'clock at night. So you got people walking.
You're walking here.
Like Christopher.
Yeah. So this is
Christopher walking.
Fuji Inari Shrine. Um,
Yeah.
you see those famous gates in the top right, in a lot of like Japanese
Ori?
culture. By the way, that fucking cat that's next to the statue.
Okay.
Everybody stopped to take pictures. There were just people crowding around the statue trying to take pictures of the cat.
Yeah, there was a shit ton of cats like all over that mountain.
yeah. You know, for a place that's supposed to be like a fox shrine, we saw a lot more cats than foxes. We didn't see any foxes. So, yeah. But it was nice to take in the culture. Yada, yada, yada. No, that cat is not an ancient god. I checked.
It should be considered an ancient god.
Sure. So yeah, so it gets really busy at the bottom of the shrine, and then as you go top, above the mountain, uh, the people thin out, and there's not as many people. Holy shit! You have no idea how many times people just stop in the middle of these gates, and they're like, "I'm gonna take a selfie and just block everybody." We're like, "No, we have to get on top of the fucking mountain before sunset." So me and Ase are just like pushing people out of the side and getting to the top. And
That's where you
I
got
believe that.
football blitz through everyone.
Yeah,
exactly.
I could believe that. 'Cause
Fleeing
I come
people
from a
down the
tourist
mountainside.
town. Yeah, because I came from a tourist town, or that's where I grew up, so I'm just used to like people just stopping in the middle of the road and be like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta take a picture of everything." And
Exactly.
you're like, "I
Fuck
gotta
them.
get to fucking work."
Yeah. Bottom right is just a shrine to, I think, the god of the mountain, I'm pretty sure. So, and then this is basically what it looks like at the very top. And it was very beautiful.
It's very.
Yeah, it's funny because when we started going up, there was like 2,000 people like around like the entrance heading up, and by the time you got to the very tip top of this fucking place, it was just
6
nothing
people.
but giga chads.
6 people.
Just fucking all the fit bodies, all the fucking Chad Thunderclocks just fucking hanging out at top of this fucking mountainside.
Exactly. So here you can see Kyoto slowly turn on all their lights and stuff.
How long did it take to get to the top of the mountain?
25
I think-
minutes, 30. I feel like it was longer though.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
not
because
too
we
bad.
had to keep stopping for my boss
Yeah.
before he called it quits and had to he started having like an asthma attack like halfway through.
He literally got to 2/3 up the mountain, and it's kind of a shame, but yeah, he had to stop. But we were like, hey, we'll meet you back down the mountain after we get to the top, and yeah. So,
Nice.
let's see. So this is Nara, where you see all those bowing deer. So this is outside the train station. The one only time we saw a homeless person in Japan. Yeah, so here are the deer. So they look very cute, right?
Are they?
They're babies.
They look
Evidently
cute.
homosexual.
Stop, Scotty, stop. But
You see,
anyways,
they're cute until they bite you in the ass.
yeah, lady got it right there. All right. So in the bottom right, you can see there's right to the left of the umbrella is somebody selling the like cookies that you can feed the deer. As soon as you buy a thing of cookies, all the deer look at you, and they're like, "Oh boy, time to get some lunch." And you have 2 around you, and you bow, they bow, and then you give the cookie. I bow, they bow, give cookie. I bow, they bow, cookie. Like that, right? You gotta continue the Pavlovian training that they've been taught for decades and decades, I'm sure. Now,
You didn't want to just try screaming at them.
no.
No, though they're not intimidated. I
They are
yelled
not.
at like 2 of them a few times, and they did not.
They
fuck
do
off.
not give a fuck. Yeah, so the problem becomes when you have 10 around you, where you can only feed them as fast as you can. And if you don't feed them, they start biting, and they bit a couple holes in my shorts. So I'm like, fuck
Yeah.
it. Here, take all the rest of my cookies. I show my palms. I'm like, I have nothing left. Leave me alone. And they're like, okay, well, we're just going to bite somebody else.
Yeah, they bit me.
uh,
Mark fucking bought like he gave the last of his cookie, and then one snuck up behind me and bit me right in the ass. Piece
Yep.
of shit.
You
Exactly.
do that one, like someone just
Yeah.
opened a bag of Funyuns in the room. Look,
Well, dude, deer are just fucking assholes. You ever been punched by a deer? That shit hurts.
They can punch.
They can
Yes,
punch.
they can stand on their
Yeah.
hind legs and actually hit you. I
Actually, did you know that deer can box?
Yeah, dude, it's
Like a
fucking
kangaroo.
Yeah.
also, yeah, I've only seen them I've only ate a deer. I've never
Yeah.
been punched by one.
Yeah, but
So, Scotty, do your frog eyes blink?
yeah.
What?
Yeah, when you talk, your frog blinks.
Oh, it does. That's sick. I never. Wait.
Yeah.
It starts the GIF.
Yeah, but anyways, so easy way to get rid of them is you just kite them around the park. So you just keep walking, and they'll eventually give up on you. So that's the only way I found out that actually works. I don't know.
Unless somebody slips a cookie in your back pocket.
Oh, I wanted to do it to another person in our group, but I was too respectful. It's not Haseo. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Of life.
Kind of. So over there was this big shrine castle thing. They had a little big old Buddha in there. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I had a Bahisma Buddha and Mikaska Buddha, and they were huge, like
Huge.
at least like 3 stories tall.
I think I'm as tall as that Buddha's palm, maybe shorter. So yeah, pretty big.
You know what they say about big hands.
Big Buddha.
Yeah,
That's there. It blows the minds of monkeys.
exactly. So after Kyoto, we went to Osaka. And in my opinion, people say that Osaka is like, oh, it's a great like party city, but I don't know. I thought it was pretty big, but like, I don't know. I didn't like Osaka too much. I'll go there again, but it was my least favorite place to go.
Same.
I think it was like more crowded than even Tokyo, or at least the places we went in Tokyo. But I don't know. We went to the touristy part, so this is Dotonbori, or as the Yakuza fans know it as Sotenbori, which is where all the tourists go and eat a bunch of stuff and do dumb bullshit.
And this is also that's also where I taught Mark about how vicious the maids are.
Oh yes, in Dead Den. Oh god.
Mark thought I was full of shit until we saw a maid literally fucking lead like a crowd of like 4 European dudes like down the street.
Never to be seen again.
Yeah, don't fuck with the maids, man. They will fucking like they'll take your phone from you. They'll fucking like escort you to the fucking maid cafes. Don't do it.
I'll do it.
I've also heard that they just don't like foreigners in general because they mostly want to prey on the desperate than the, the tourists.
You say that, but they were going for
Okay.
anybody. But yeah. So we'll keep on going. Here's just some random shots of buildings and architecture in Osaka. I didn't think I liked architecture until I started like looking at things in Osaka. So Namba Station, which is the leftmost picture. Oh my god, that's such a huge fucking like structure. It's like a mall with like 200 stores. You could literally get lost in there, which I did. A couple.
We
times.
also had like the most uncomfortable meal of our lives at the top of of the fucking station.
No, not there at Osaka Station. We did, but yeah.
Osaka Station.
Yeah. And then like second left is just these like 2 towers that are connected by like a bridge at the very top. It's just I don't know. It's really hard to put into words of like how weird I was looking at things. Or the things look weird to me. Like even in the not the rightmost but second rightmost, just that park is just fucking weird to me. I don't know. Like I said, just the architecture, and then the rightmost one, that is a hotel for some reason. Don't ask me why. So this is on top of Osaka train station where they had a Detective Conan cafe, and yeah, I mean I just really like the aesthetic of it. So, lady, you big fan of Detective Conan? Why is he always a child? He's apparently an adult.
He got like cursed.
He's both.
He got shot by a bullet.
Yeah, but like, wasn't there a point where he went back to being an adult, but then he chose to be a child
No.
again?
Swap between the two.
They
He
shot
has,
him.
like,
They shot him with a second bullet.
Yeah, he
I don't
like
know,
has
it's
a
funny
thing where he
'cause,
swaps.
that Conan Cafe had like a timeline of like every Conan like anime or like manga from like the 40s, and he literally has not changed in like 70 years. It was like
Yeah, it's like,
the same picture, just like copy pasted over and over and over again.
Yeah,
kind of like a Ranma 1/2 situation with Detective Conan.
yeah. But yeah, Detective Conan is very big in Japan.
Detective Conan, isn't that like One Piece for kids?
Ah, they fucking kill people. I don't think One Piece does that.
Yes, they
They
do.
do.
No, I never watched
It's
One
not
Piece.
super often.
God damn it, Mark.
A lot of characters die in One Piece, and it's kind of brutal. It's kind of awesome.
Yeah. So this is around Osaka Castle. And the funny bit about here is as we were approaching Osaka Castle, there was just a huge wave of people in business suits coming against us. You remember this, Haseo?
Oh yeah, I saw so many business ladies that day. I almost got whiplash.
Yeah. But it was very nice. We could have toured inside Osaka Castle, but apparently like there's a lot of narrow corridors that being a big American, I don't think I would have fit in it, but
It was also like $15, wasn't it?
I don't fucking care. It's $15 for fucking tour of a feudal castle.
I don't know. For me, I wouldn't mind the $15 if it was like a slow tour, but knowing that there was like 5,000 people that fucking day, there's no fucking way.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, during
$15 for it, right?
during the cherry blossoms, people will just set out and have picnics. So very very cool,
Nice.
very swag.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
So this is more shots around Osaka Castle. That's the garden that's right outside the castle, and then this is just like the exterior walls and the two moats the castle had. So, yo, what up, Joshua?
Hi, Josh.
Hey,
I'm here.
Josh.
Yeah. So we went to Universal Studios,
Japan.
Japan. My biggest complaint about Universal Japan is that every fucking ride was a 2-hour wait to get into.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
never,
that's why. Oh,
I never knew the importance of not letting too many people into the a fucking park until I went to here, basically.
Yeah, it was very nice when we arrived, up until an hour later when the Chinese arrived.
And you know, there was only one thing we really wanted to do. It was to go into Super Nintendo World, and we go there, and there's just people that stop you, and they're like, "Oh, do you have a reservation?" And we're like, "What?" Like, yeah, you need a reservation. Like, okay, well, what's the earliest reservation we can get? Oh, 3:00. It's 8:00 in the morning right now.
Oh my god.
So literally,
yeah, oh,
literally we had to just walk around basically the entire thing. I'd show you pictures of Hogwarts, but it's literally the exact as Orlando. So if you're a Harry Potter fan, there's no reason to come to Universal Studios Japan. Let's see what else.
yeah, Mark. The reason I even asked about the wait times earlier is just because my brother literally has pictures of every ride in Mario World being over 2 hours.
Right. So hold on to that
we
thought.
waited almost. Yeah, we waited 3 hours and like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
For the Mario Kart.
Yeah. But I do want to say one thing that we saw was the Rocky Horror musical show or whatever. And it was very interesting because the Beetlejuice, who was the MC basically for the show, was just jumping around speaking Japanese, like fluent Japanese and stuff like that. But everybody else is like a knockoff American actor, basically. So, you know, Beetlejuice would be just going, "Oh, watashi wa blah, 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 desu ne, Frankenstein." And then Frankenstein's like, "You're right, Beetlejuice. That's what it's all about. Family."
And yeah, they went
fucking
they went
love
to go
that.
they went to go see the monster show. I went to go see the Spider-Man
Spooder
ride,
Man.
and it was the exact same shit. He'd be like, "Tushin animo, isto no, oi no, Peter Parker, sumano."
Yeah.
I wish that was just all life is just hearing those kinds of interactions.
Yeah. So we basically just killed time until we went to Super Mario World.
Did
And
you see Tom Cruise at any point?
no, we did not see Tom Cruise. Unfortunately, he was
fuck.
not there.
There's no Dark Pictures Tom Cruise. Can't
No.
believe it.
No, but we saw fucking like the Chinese and the Japanese lose their absolute minds at the Minion fucking side of the
Oh
park.
my god.
Fucking love the Minions.
Fucking.
Why?
They love Minions as a Snoopy. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Oh my
there was
God.
I have one memory of like it was like a dad, the wife, and like 3 kids, and it wasn't the kids that lost their shit at the Minions. It was the dad. He flung his phone in front of their kid's like face, and he ran off and he hugged the Minion statue while the kids took pictures of him. It was very
Wow.
adorable.
That sounds like my dad.
Yeah. So yeah, everybody was pretty much packed into Super Nintendo World. This was the place to be at. And the Bowser's Castle thing is the Mario Kart ride that we waited like 3.5 hours for. It's very nice. Don't get me wrong. They fill all these waiting lines with like knickknacks and like callbacks to other video games and stuff like that.
And Bowser's masturbation chair.
Yes, I
Oh
did.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or like the visuals and like the structure's really nice to look at.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, they were.
Yes.
So
Oh,
you
yeah.
you wait 3.5 hours, and they're like, oh, okay, well everybody has to put on these like Mario visors on, and they're like, okay, I guess they have Peaches. No, this was this was. When did the Super Mario movie come out?
It came out like 3
Oh,
weeks
like-
after.
Okay, so yeah, no.
Yeah, it was like a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah, so after 3 hours of waiting in line, they're like, "Oh, okay, well, put on the visors, get ready to race." Oh, and then you have to wait another 30 minutes to get to the actual ride. I was like, "What the fuck?" Now we're just wearing these visors that are like constricting blood flow to our fucking heads. The guy in the bottom right is how I felt about like waiting another 30 minutes. So. Then probably the following day we went to Hiroshima. Hiroshima looked nice. It was kind of rainy and stuff like that. Which
Yeah, it was a very like somber, like considering like how many like war crimes we saw and fucking heard, and like how much it was raining. It was very fitting.
yeah,
How you
It
gonna
was a
say
very
how
sad
sad it
town.
was?
Very very sad town.
yeah. And what's also kind of fucked up is you see how high the water is right now in both these pictures.
Yeah.
So by the time, like maybe 5 hours after we were done in Hiroshima, pretty much all of the water is receded. It's at the bottom of the riverbed. I was like, what the fuck?
That fast?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So obviously we had to see like at the bottom left is the last standing building that survived the A-bomb. The picture in the top middle is something about they keep the flame alive until basically they try to do a Metal Gear Solid 5 where they neutralize all the nukes. Then they would turn off the flame and say, hey, we did it. No more nuclear bombs. And then right is, I think, a children's monument of all the children that died from horrible radiation burns and all that stuff. So then we go to Hakone, which I did not know was a holy pilgrimage area for Evangelion fans. I did not know that until I got back here. So, the bottom left is basically where we slept. We slept on the floors on the, I think those are futons, like the actual futons, right?
I don't know. I tried sleeping in the closet, but I heard one of the fucking floorboards like creak, and I was like, "Oh, I'm about to die."
Yeah. And then the bottom right is the outdoor hot spring that I almost passed out and goat seed everybody with us as I was recovering. So yeah. So this is stuff that Haseo didn't see because he wanted to take a day off at the Ryokan, which is perfectly fine. So bottom left is a little bit more of Hakone. To the right, the top one and the right one are at Lake Ashi. Just a shrine, cool little fountain. Yes.
About the Ryokan.
Okay.
Is that the name of the most popular Street Fighter ship?
I'm sure it is. So then we go back to Tokyo, and probably the biggest Don Quixote out there. Let me tell you something about Don Quixote, all right? That is a wild store that just sells the most random ass shit.
Isn't that the store in Yakuza?
It sure is, and don't worry, we'll get to that too. Yeah, they even sold pocket tissues, so that's really all I was interested in at the Don Quixote. So yeah, the bottom pictures are actually no, all these pictures were taken once again at 5 o'clock in the morning because I kept waking up early. So it was really nice to wake up early and take pictures because nobody was around. The only people that were really around are like the people that partied the night before and they're puking on the streets. But don't worry about that. They have people that come by and like clean up. It was very clean, very clean.
Yeah, there were so many like. It was very funny seeing how like all the happy businessmen the night before, and then seeing them all depressed the fucking morning after.
Yeah. Also in the bottom left picture, and I think I pointed this out in the chat, but the advertisement of that guy over there is the main character from Judgment. So he had a show going on, a detective show or a police show. I don't know what you want to call it.
Yeah, we watched so much TV of with
God.
him as like one of the guest stars. Like that guy's a stone cold motherfucker.
Yeah, that motherfucker's stoic. So, but yeah, to the right is the train station. What does Don Quixote sell exactly? Many different things. We talking about like food, snacks, alcohol. Like the one that was back there is like they had a whole supermarket in the basement. They sold clothes. They sold sex toys. They sold oh my god,
Luggage.
yeah, they sold luggage. The designer clothing. What was it fucking called? Oh my god.
Uniqlo.
Gucci. They sold Gucci too. Like if they sold cosplays there too.
It's basically like somebody said like, "Hey Don Quixote, what do you sell?" And they were like, "Yes."
Yeah, and for some reason they all sold these like bottle openers that were the shape of like wooden penises, like cock and balls, and I'm like, who the fuck is buying this?
Same people who buy truck nuts.
No, I did not buy it, but yeah.
You bought 3 of them.
I bought 3 of them. I gave them all to James. Okay, moving on. Some more random shots of walking around in the morning. So, left one is the Shibuya skyscraper, which is where we went to the top of at night for my birthday. Took pictures of the skyline. It was beautiful. It was great. The middle was this like weird mishmash of like a skate park, climbing wall, restaurants, stores. It's like an inside out mall. Or what? No, I'm not gonna fucking climb. Come on.
Hi.
Me and gravity do not mix.
I had to scale my balcony to get inside yesterday.
What the? Anyways, Chim,
Sorry.
I'm surprised and he's a chimp.
So there was one day that the two other people won a couples day, and I'm like, Haseo, we're going to Tachikawa. And he's like, why? And I'm like, shut up. I'm not going to tell you why. So we find this one park, and at this park, they were having a fucking like tulip festival, and like everybody's grandpa was there with a huge DSLR camera taking pictures of the tulips. But before we do continue,
Like this, that park wasn't even planned. It was like a side quest for us. Like we only wanted to go in because we were like, oh look, there's penguins, like these giant, like colorful penguins, like at the entrance. Yeah, let's go see the penguins. And then we saw it was only like $3 to go in, and we found like the largest park in like all of Japan.
Yep. Oh, and I've always criticized Americans for being a little too attached to their pets, whether it's cats, dogs, or anything else. The Japanese, for some reason, they will buy dogs in threes because it's apparently a lucky number for them. And they were all pretty much carried in these like baby strollers. It was fucking hilarious.
Aww.
Yeah. So here are just some shots of tulips I took, and you can see like how fucking busy it was in the bottom left, but it was very cool, very unexpected. Did not fucking know this was happening, but yeah, we went with the flow. So this is Shinjuku, or some of the areas in Kamurocho. Bottom left is like that open park that's in front of the Sega arcade. I forget what else is there. Top one is that Krispy Kreme is where Millennium Tower is supposed to be.
Imagine like Mark gets to Kamurocho and he was just like, finally.
Putting on top of the Krispy Kreme for this.
Yeah.
This slide should be fucking subtitled fucking Mark on his copium, because he dragged me up and down in like 2 cities looking for Yakuza locations that he didn't Google if they existed beforehand.
Yo, look, it's the Sega arcade. It's the Sega arcade from Yakuza. Look.
Yeah.
Where the
He
fuck
dragged
is
me.
the
He
Krispy
dragged me
Kreme?
around for like 3 hours, inhaling vast amounts of copium, and
Yep.
he got 3 pictures out of it.
I can imagine Mark being at one soy jack of the dude fucking pointing at something when location. Yo, look, it's that.
Whoa! Yeah. But yeah, no, all the Sega arcades have been bought out by a company called Gigo. So anytime I was looking for like, oh, is there a Sega store that I can buy like Sega things, whether it's Sonic or Persona or anything like that? No, it's all Gigo, so you can go fuck yourself. Yes, that was basically me the entire time, Chris. Just pogging out of my brain. So here's a couple more shots. You can see in the left one that Godzilla is about to eat Mario. This is the main drag of what is Kamurocho or whatever, and that's Don Quixote in Yakuza.
Yo, it's just like the video game.
It is.
You know what's fucked up is that Godzilla is supposed to like roar and like let out steam like every like 2 hours, and we had missed that, but I think by like 10 minutes.
Damn. Yeah. Okay. Oh, actually, side note. All right. Here's a tip and trick from Mark. All right. You see how in Don Quixote, right below the name in katakana, it says tax-free shop. So it turns out if you buy at least 5,000 yen worth of goods, or roughly $35, they will actually like take out the tax and you'll save like $8. So if you buy something and it says tax free, try to aim for that 5,000 cap because you save money.
Wait, does it have to be under or above?
Above 5,000.
Okay, I misheard.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Believe how fucking crazy it is that Tokyo just lets Godzilla chill. That's rad as fuck.
Yeah.
What are they supposed to do about it?
I don't know. This is Ikebukuro.
Let's just hope he doesn't destroy the fucking city.
This
Like,
Oxygen
let
bomb.
it be. Just let it be, please.
It's
Yeah.
a lot of dudes.
So this was just another little side quest that me and Haseo were doing, where we just walked around and shit and tried to find the Pokemon Center and the mall there. Now, what's kind of fucked up is in the bottom right picture, you see in also the bottom right of the picture, there's like a pen that says like smoking area. So like if you smoke or vape, you are supposed to be like pushed into these pens and they're all packed and everybody's just chain smoking in there.
Yeah, there was like 100 people in like that small little area. All of them like fucking packed in like sardines, just chain smoking.
Just fucking chain smoking, man. It's fucked
As
up.
it should be.
Yeah. So yeah, this was when we went up that Shibuya skyscraper. This is like halfway up it. It was
Yo,
just
take
you
your
can
own shot.
yeah. You can see the scramble over there. Our hotel's to the right. It's off the thing there. That's I guess a zoomed in picture of what was going on.
Yeah, that's the
Wait, hold
Shibuya
on.
crossing.
Is
Yeah.
that the place from Persona 5?
Yep.
No, from The World Ends With You.
Is that the place from Digimon Cyber
Oh,
Sleuth?
shut up!
Yeah.
God damn
Is
it!
that is that the
Cyber too?
is that the place from Japan?
It
No.
is.
I don't think so.
That's
Different
where,
place.
That's where Jake Paul stood in
Josh,
the
yeah,
middle
I
of the
think this
street.
is actually Hong Kong. They just went to China and didn't tell us.
No, this is actually the U.S.
Yeah. Okay, so this is at the very top, and here you can see our hotel. You can see a little bit of the scramble. As you can see in the top, this is not Brazil. Stop asking if this is Brazil. This is not Brazil.
I don't know, man. Looks a little like Brazil to me. I'm just waiting for the G to place that.
Wait, can I?
No, there's too many lights on for it to be Brazil.
Right. Oh, I can
Rio
do
de
that.
Janeiro.
Yeah. So this. Can you guys see the circle I just drew?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the hotel we stayed at. This is a scramble, obviously.
What is that giant black
This
sphere?
right here.
Yeah.
So that is a park with a shrine. It's just a big empty void.
Yeah,
No, I thought that was where the final boss is.
no, well, technically, kind of. I had to look it up afterwards, but apparently that park is so sacred in Tokyo that they don't even allow transformers anywhere near it, like electrical transformers. That's why it's just completely black.
Damn.
Sorry, Optimus. You're gonna have to go pray somewhere else.
Mark just hasn't explored that area, so it's black on the map.
Autobots. Help.
Yeah.
I can't see shit.
Autobots, Manushki do desu ka?
Have you ever played the hit game Among Us?
Yeah.
This new Far Cry game sucks.
Yeah.
This shit sucks. Where's the battle pass?
Here's another just random shot. I don't know. Like you can just see like it just keeps going and going and going. You can't even see the edge of fucking Tokyo from here.
Yeah,
It's such a fucking massive city, even though it is
yeah, that's what happens when you visit a like super metropolis. Believe
Yeah.
it or not.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Chicago's weird.
I think this might be a baseball stadium. There might be another slide, or it's not in here.
I'm not gonna lie, I looked at the first circle when you said that, like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I don't know. It's just oh god, look at that. Look at that. I just I don't
All
know.
that fog. Yeah.
Yeah. So then we go to Disney Sea. This is the day that North Korea fired fucking missiles at Hokkaido, which is, you know,
What?
great. Kim Jong Un.
Yeah, we got there, and then Mark takes out his phone. and is like, "Oh look, I think we're about to die."
That is the exact reaction I'd expect from Mark.
Yeah.
There goes this life.
Yeah. So Disney Sea.
Oh, hey. Finally, the sweet
Real
relief.
quick, sorry to cut in real quick, but I'm pretty sure that Japanese people treat the missile warnings like Texans treat tornadoes, in the sense that they're just like, oh, again.
Well, if we die,
Dude,
we die.
nobody gave a shit. That's what like
Nobody
when I turned to Jeff and Mark, I was like, at least we get to die in the happiest place on earth.
Yeah. So this is Disney Sea. It was definitely more well managed than fucking Universal Studios. Definitely, it took a lot less time to get on the fucking rides. It was just
Well, there's no
random.
minions here. You don't have to worry about them.
I know, right? The fucking vor shop is what killed me. All right,
I don't
look at
like
this fucking
that.
thing.
Why?
Why
Why
it
you
got
have to
that
say it
much
like
its
that?
lips?
The eyes, the eyes open too.
Yeah, she
That was
also
creepy.
wink at you.
Yeah.
That's hot.
Okay, hear me out.
Hmm.
Choose your words wisely.
Go ahead.
Well, you didn't think ahead?
Go ahead. Go ahead. No,
Go ahead.
You have the
Go ahead,
floor.
we'll hear you out.
That's a lot of space to
She
come
got,
in. That's all I gotta say.
those lips, you know?
No. Explain.
Ooh. Also,
The kind of lips that are.
A whale should have.
yeah. What's really fucked up about Disney Sea, at least as far as I know, compared to America versus Japan, you actually had to reserve a time to go in that store. Like, you cannot just walk into that store. They will stop you and say, "Do you have a reservation?" No, get the fuck out.
I can't really blame them considering how many like tourists they get.
Look. I can see 3 people. Oh no, there's 2 other people here. All right, and then you have a couple people over here that are like, "Let us in." So yeah. And I guess they were celebrating their 40th anniversary, and holy shit, I ascended when I heard Disney or Mickey Mouse speak Japanese. Holy shit! If you guys want to pass out like Scotty when he laughs, fucking listen to Mickey Mouse speak Japanese.
Look,
Yeah, Mark was having the
as
time of his life.
as a cage fan, I am used to watching trailers in Japanese and hearing Mickey Mouse go.
Say it.
Also,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
can't
I don't
tell,
remember the
but
words.
fucking
I'm already
Goofy
looking it up.
Goofy is dripped the fuck out. Like he's like in a green suit with like golden pocket protectors. Like he is dripped the fuck out.
Yep,
He's a dolphin, he knows it.
sure is.
Mark, you say that, but you haven't heard like true like. You haven't been the true like euphoria until you hear Donald speak Spanish. Or not Spanish, Japanese. I'm dumb. Forgive me.
Yeah. Oh wait, what the fuck? I didn't notice this person. What the fuck is she doing there?
She's been abducted. She's been abducted.
Odds are she's there for troubleshooting if something goes wrong with one of the suit actors.
Probably.
She bought the battle pass.
She's contemplating.
That's also why you didn't notice her.
Yeah. Oh.
She's there to hit fucking Pluto with a shot of adrenaline when he's all coked out.
Yeah.
I
And
just
all...
want to know who that fucking bear is.
Oh,
Paddington.
no, it's not Paddington. I forgot.
What the fuck is that bear?
That's Pikachu.
It's not.
Scrimplow.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, Pikachu.
Yeah, it's like
course.
super old, but it's called like Peg's Playhouse or something like that. But he's like the mascot for it.
No, it's Winnie the Pooh's younger brother.
I don't know.
Who the
Who they
win?
had to replace Winnie the Pooh with once they lost the rights?
Yeah. Also, like 20 minutes before they announced like the show was going to happen, you also see these like these platforms raised from on top of the buildings. I just kept making JFK jokes after. I'm like, holy shit, that's fucking awesome. But yeah.
Nothing bad ever happens to the Kennedys.
Yeah. So this is Yokohama, where we went a day out with Takahashi-san. This is him right here. This is him. Very, very nice man. Very nice businessman.
Do you do a backflip?
No.
Who might actually be an alcoholic.
And here.
To be fair, have you seen Japan's work culture?
Isn't that a requirement when you become a businessman?
Probably.
Like they just give you a card when you become a businessman. All right, here's your.
Dude, that tiny little Japanese man ordered like 16 shots for our table.
And we'll get to that in a bit. We'll talk about that story.
That guy was planning to rob you. I'm sorry, but like you were probably gonna lose a kidney.
No,
I'm gonna go,
I made the joke when he arrived and he was like all kind of like familiar, and we started like walking off down the street with him. I was like, I turned to Jeff. I was like, I'm gonna laugh if like you get a text message. It's like, hey, it's Takahashi-san. I just arrived at the station. Where are you guys?
Yeah.
So who
Alright,
was
I
he?
gotta go fight shirtless on top of the Krispy Kreme tower.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for the photo.
No
You're good.
problem. Okay,
Alright, peace
bye,
out.
Joshy. Bye.
So who was he? Did he just like?
Yeah,
was he part of
we'll
your-
get to him in a bit. All right.
Oh God.
It's a teaser. All right. So
I
yeah.
don't like being teased.
So in this ramen museum, you can sample like the different areas of Japan. So you could have some from Hokkaido, some from what the fuck is it called? Holy shit. Hiroshima area, whatever. Something like that. That was kind of cool. Then Takahashi-san took us to this garden. Made a joke about these turtles. So believe it or not, these turtles are native to North America. It turns out some fucking asshole brought turtles to Japan from America, and he's like, "I'm just gonna dump them all here, and they're just gonna be invasive species." And then I turned to Takahashi-san, and I'm like, "Oh, so they're Gaijin turtles?" And he's like, "Oh, yes, they are Gaijin turtles."
Yamura.
Yeah. So this is the Gundam factory. Those sons of bitches said like the Gundam moves every 30 minute and on the hour. We did not see that fucker move. That was bullshit. Very disappointed.
Cool.
But it was really cool. It was really cool to see the Gundam itself. So
No one was in the pilot seat.
nobody
It was
was in the
supposed to
pilot.
be moving, not
Shinji
moving.
Dan the robot.
Amuro was too busy screaming about something.
I guess. So these should be reminiscent shots if you played Yakuza 8. So this is the stage at the end of the harbor. This is the
Yeah, that's where you get fucked.
no. Well, no. That's
In
somewhere
the
else.
butt.
No.
There's 8 Yakuza games.
Yes. Right? No, 7. I'm sorry, it's 7. 7. Yeah.
We're talking about Dead Souls, right?
Yeah. And then this is where you turn in those Tojo crests for that dog mascot. It's in that hotel
Wait a
right
minute.
there.
How do you know what happens in that game?
I played it.
What would you say? How would you say it is?
Okay.
Good. Okay.
Say it's pretty good.
I say it's pretty good.
Which is all a trick because he got mad at people when they said Yakuza 7 was pretty good.
That's true. Yeah, that is true.
I was wondering when you bring that up.
Yeah.
Can't fucking believe it. Mark's a hypocrite.
And this is basically us leaving, and just more shots of the architecture and shit like that. They actually have an observation deck at Haneda Airport, which is kind of cool. Just
Give me
watch the
America,
planes.
Mark. I need to get back to taste freedom. Get me out of this hell.
I love the taste of freedom.
I don't know, that shot's looking pretty plain.
Yeah. So do be like that. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the food.
Great.
All right. So over here is on the left is the conveyor belt sushi. Oh my god, I love conveyor belt sushi.
It's so good.
That's dangerous.
It is. So this lane here,
Risking it all, aren't you, Mark?
yeah, this lane here is, hey, the kitchen's going to make sushi. Pick whatever you want. Don't pick it. I don't know. Go fuck yourself. But then in this lane here is the express lane. So you pick up this little tablet and you go boop boop bop, and you order whatever sushi. It comes up in this lane. And then after you're done eating, you put it down this little slot here, and that's how it calculates your bill.
That's really cool.
One thing I really appreciate of, I guess, their infrastructure is they designed so many ways for us to not talk to them. So most of the times when we go to a restaurant, they have this little tablet here, and it'll just auto-translate everything to English, and we don't have to do any weird half talking bullshit, like broken Japanese and pantomiming. So then we'll move over to the right, which is yakitori, where you once again have the fucking tablet and you order whatever you want. And I got to eat chicken hearts. I tried chicken liver. Yeah, I like chicken hearts. Chicken heart was good. Chicken liver sucked. Chicken joints. I didn't. I ate them and I was like, whatever. Oh, and I forgot back over here at the
chicken.
The conveyor sushi place is also where I tried natto for the first time. Anybody know what natto is?
Yes, I know it. It's fermented soybeans.
I already said it.
They smell gross, but they taste good.
Oh no, you're horribly wrong.
What?
So I knew about natto from Filthy Frank, and they were making it seem like it's like the worst thing in the world. So I got natto sushi, and
his first meal in Japan, I might add.
Yeah.
I'll go all in. Let me try some of this natto stuff.
Yeah. So they bring it over. They don't cut it. I think somebody had to come over and cut it really quickly, or they took it back and then brought it back out when it was cut. Did you guys ever see the American Dad clip of Stan eating horseradish?
Yeah.
That was me trying to eat natto. Everybody at our tables like, Mark, you don't have to finish it. I'm like, no, it'll be disrespectful if I leave any. I have to.
That's No, what's fucked up is that the entire natto roll was like 9 inches long. He ate the whole thing. This wasn't like a little cup of like natto. No, it was like a 9-inch fucking natto roll.
Mark has a stronger will than most.
Mark cleans his plate so he doesn't be seen. So the Japanese servers don't see him as an asshole.
Exactly.
I thought natto was like very neutral, like bland flavor.
No.
I just can't imagine eating something that's sticky and like gross.
Like it's very healthy for you. It's a probiotic, but the fermented taste is so bitter and off-putting that no. Even Takahashi-san's like, yeah, it's mostly just the older people that eat it. And I'm like, it's probably because you guys can't taste it anymore.
Is it mushy?
Yes.
Either that or it's one of those things that's.
I don't like it.
It's slimy. The texture is just fucking horrible. Overall, if you're a masochist and you want to try it, I'd say go for it, but don't ever order it ever again.
If you like to eat the food that's left over in a sink after dishes, then natto is for you.
Yep.
Also, isn't chicken hearts like a common delicacy in Brazil?
It is. That's why I was okay with it.
Also, that picture on the right, I think we may have scared the shit out of the Japanese people twice the entire trip. That eating as much yakitori as we did that night, we went through like 17 plates.
Yeah.
And we scared the shit out of the wait staff when they kept bringing over food and we kept ordering more. And we kept cleaning our plates.
Yep.
They just keep eating the yakitori. I don't know what to do.
And
we've killed so many chickens.
Fucking gaijin.
I was waiting for somebody to call us gaijins, but everybody was fucking polite to us, to our faces at least.
Jeff, I'm guessing he was the manager. He came out like half an hour or like half into our kind of our order.
Good for him.
And he looked at Jeff and he's like, mistake, and he's like, no mistake. And then like he pointed to how much we had left to order, and he's like, keep them coming. And I saw the light just fade in that guy's eyes.
Yep. Also, this is karage. For those who know what karage is, it's
konbini chicken.
No, it's not konbini chicken. It's
well, kura means black.
Marinated.
So...
Wait, what?
Like, oh.
Kurage.
Yeah, kuro means black or something like that.
Yeah, kuro means black, so I thought it was like.
Well, it is marinated in soy sauce, so technically there's a little bit of
That makes sense.
blackness. Yeah. Okay.
I can't believe they made a chicken named after that one girl from Chainsaw Man.
Yeah. So this was my bento box I took on the bullet train. It was delicious. Everything was delicious. All right, except for the things I knew that weren't going to be delicious, but I knew about that. So.
Such as.
Oh, the fucking natto. I knew the natto was going to be shit.
You cleaned your plate. You clearly liked it.
Shut the fuck up. Also,
he cleaned his plate and he cleaned out his soul.
Why is there a penny in your bento?
That's a pickled plum.
Do you mean this or do you mean this?
That.
No, it's a plum. It's a pickled plum.
Oh, is
I thought it was like a penny.
Yeah, no.
like a lucky penny.
Eat it for good luck.
It's the Japanese be like, go home, you American bitch.
Yeah.
This will cover your airfare.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to eat it though.
Yeah. So alcohol is really fucking cheap in Japan. This would be going for I think $9. All right.
That is cheap.
How much do you think a shot of Jack Daniel's whiskey is in your local
I don't know. I don't drink.
City?
I don't drink either. I don't know.
I know those bottles are like $20 or $30 or something like
No,
that.
just a shot, just one shot, not a bottle.
Like $1?
So I've heard
No.
between $5 and $10.
Yeah, I was gonna say 5.
Yeah. So
I
for
don't drink either, but yeah.
for a highball is club soda, whiskey. You're gonna go ahead and guess it. There's either a shot or two in a highball. Literally $2. Converted over. It is so cheap to be an alcoholic in Japan. Holy
I was gonna
shit!
say that's why they're all killing themselves and vomiting on the streets.
Well, also the other thing too is that I found out the hard way is that they watered down their alcohol.
If it is an all you can drink option, is usually watered down. Usually. Until that faithful day with Takahashi-san. Okay.
You just hear like the Dark Souls music.
Hey, takoyaki.
So this was probably my favorite takoyaki. It was at the Fuji Inari. It was like a stall like next to the Fuji Inari shrine. It was pretty good. Yeah.
Gasp, is that Mark's hand?
Yeah, that's my hand.
Okay, so the natto wasn't good, but the fried octopus balls has to be good.
Yep. Well, no, I knew it would be good, so it's whatever.
That was good.
Gamers, let me tell you, this was my favorite meal the entire time we were there. All right.
It's my hand.
Yo, Haseo.
We've seen your hand, but we haven't seen Mark's other hand. Other hand reveal.
This, my gamers, is yakiniku. All right. You order yakiniku.
Have some fun with Yiku.
So you order plates of raw meat. They give you tongs. They give you this grill in the middle, and you literally grill your own fucking meat. And this was
barbecue.
No, it's
Bring out
not.
a bunch of raw. Cook it yourself, idiot.
Fucking assholes. This, my friends, is the first time I had Wagyu beef. Wagyu beef is beautiful.
Wagyu, there's a Y.
Who went to Japan? That's what I
who
thought.
Who took 2 years of Japanese? Who took 2 years of Japanese class?
Oh,
It is Wagyu.
A nerd.
Mark.
You like
culinary terms? It's Wagyu.
Mark's room phone is American. Wagyu beef.
Wagyu beef.
Wagyu beef.
Oh,
Oh, so yeah,
Anyways,
Just
guys,
because of the way you said
guys.
that, continue.
Okay. It's a beautiful cut of meat. My God, it's so tender. Scotty, what are you sending me? I'm not gonna look at it until I'm done with the presentation.
I'm not gonna say it.
Okay.
Until you look at it.
Oh my fucking God! If this alt tabs me out.
Oh,
All right, Scotty, now share with the class.
Share with the class. It's just one of those fucking like 3D emoji memes, but it's the red emoji and it just says crackers.
anyways, guys, back on topic. I love. How do you say it?
Wagyu?
Wagyu.
Yeah, it's like it's really up there for like quality. It's above
Yeah,
prime.
I'm just gonna put this in voice text.
Okay. Yes. Wagyu.
Mark,
Wagyu.
would you say that people who say that Wagyu has no no true like superiority to normal cuts? Would you say they're very wrong?
It's one of my
Wait,
favorite sets of images in the entire world.
Are they saying that you
I hate it so much.
like?
Yeah,
they...
there are people who say that the fat renders out, so there's no point in the marbling.
No, that is so fucking wrong. Holy
yeah,
shit.
that's wrong.
That's what I thought.
No,
Yeah,
like
that's-
you have to taste it to believe it.
Yeah, the fat is what makes it tender, and if you take
Yeah,
it out,
Wagyu beef is like meat to have sex with.
Yeah.
it's very happy
calm
cows.
down.
They fuck the cows.
That's what you're supposed
go
to
the
do.
source. The cow is still alive.
Do not cross-contaminate the meat
Yeah.
and your meat.
You'll get a dick infection. You'll be like the guy that fucked the chicken breasts.
Okay,
For the
guys.
love of God, drop the meat.
Okay, guys,
Sorry.
shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ.
Fucking the chicken breast.
Anyways,
cooking with
I
his hands and-
I will never eat Wagyu beef. That
Yeah,
isn't from Japan. No, I will never go out of my way to get Wagyu beef. That isn't in Japan because it's not worth it because it's so fucking expensive here, and over there it's so cheap because you're right next to pretty much Kobe. So,
Okay.
but yeah, favorite thing of the entire trip is right here in this picture.
Oh, you hear that, Haseo?
He just likes it only in your hand.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about the rest of you.
Son of a bitch.
So
Oh, what the hell
here's
is that?
it's like I forget what it's called, but it's just basically
Yeah,
fried
yakitori?
things on a stick.
Yeah, it's like yakitori. It's not yakiniku. It's yakitori.
No, yakitori is no. This is something different. It's not yakitori. I'm pretty sure it's not. Yakitori is the like skewers. Well, this is skewers, but this is all fried. It's something different. I'm pretty sure. And this is also a picture to remember that Wendy's serves fucking spaghetti in Japan. Fucking weird.
I'm coming to the pasta. I'm walking it.
That looks like some tasty.
Hey, Wendy's,
Yeah.
you got the gabagoo.
This looks like the shit that Scotty would be like. Oh, I'm coming. I'm scooming. I'm gonna try the fucking Wendy's spaghetti.
No, I would eat the Filipino McDonald's spaghetti first. Dumb nuts.
Yeah.
What? What?
Yes, in the Philippines,
know about this?
fucking McDonald's serves spaghetti.
Yeah.
Open your eyes for 30 seconds. You'll find out a lot about like international courses that are really interesting.
Scotty, that's racist.
Yo,
Shut
fucking
up,
Filipino
cracker.
food is so good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and get some spaghetti
what?
from the local Wendy's. Hey.
You've pushed me to do this, Aseo.
You son of a bitch.
Oh no. Oh no.
I get much use out of that sticker.
Okay. Moving on. Okonomiyaki.
Oh my God, they
That
came
was
on
that
your
was
burger.
that was,
Oh,
that was
wow.
my favorite like meal.
Oh, is that like bonito flakes?
Yeah, that's bonito
Louise
flakes.
is a cum eater.
Oh,
Shut the fuck up.
Dude, who do you think provided like all that?
Consume the cum burger.
Oh, it was a cure from Devilman.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you
Japanese
know, you know.
mayo tastes different, doesn't it?
You know.
Yeah, it's Kewpie mayo.
Yeah.
So,
Man.
The sweet mayo. It's good.
Yo, it's the Mario 10.
yeah, we'll get to that in a second. But the fucking curry, I didn't think cheese and curry would taste good, but it tastes good. Holy
Yeah.
shit!
Also, Mark is a coward. He ordered a level 2 fucking curry in terms of spice. Piece
Level
of shit.
2.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a coward. And then we have the pancake mozzarella coin thing. It was
Oh, that's-
okay.
Oh, that's just an anniversary coin.
No, that's a 10 yen coin.
Okay, your mom.
Okay. Well, you know
Well,
what? I
you
walked
do.
right into that. But yeah, no, that was okay. It wasn't worth the price of it. Bottom left is sukiyaki, That was pretty good. It's the reason why I bought a deli slicer because I wanted to make it again. Okay, so let me ask you guys this: how much do you think that would be here in America?
$100.
I was gonna say at least 78 to like $82.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like because
Around,
that
like, 80 to 100 bucks.
I'd say like 56, 57.
You know
Okay.
what? I'm gonna say 70. Just to be different.
Okay, this was
Yeah, I
12
wanna say
bucks.
50.
This was $12.
I'm on mic and call me gay.
It was also like the first time in like 2 weeks, like all four of us had vegetables.
Yeah, fucking the Japanese diet is literally just like some kind of like noodles or something and meat. That was it.
That just means going to Japan must give you the most awful protein shits in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, better digestive system, nerd.
Yeah. The top right was from like this Italian chain.
I love just chimps like just digest better, idiot.
I have IBS. I could do it better than you.
Yeah. So yeah, top right is it this like cheap ass Italian chain that I guess is throughout all of Japan. The food is like something straight out of like high school or college like cafeteria food. Like it was really cheap. Like this entire dish, I
Like
think
$5.
$5. That's it. My God.
$5.
Yeah.
$5.
$5 a month.
So bottom left.
Footlongs.
Bottom left is the breakfast we were always served at the traditional Japanese inn.
It's a ryokan.
That looks tasty.
Yeah. So, okay, so they give you a fucking salad, smoked salmon, miso soup, eggplant, I think asparagus, apple, broccoli, sausage with a tomato, smoked duck, omelet, pickled ginger, tofu, and fish cake.
Why do they serve? Oh, sorry.
Not what I expect from a breakfast, but I guess the Japanese really don't eat breakfast often.
you just down the ginger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why do they serve pickled ginger so often?
I don't know, but you get used to it. Like after a while, I actually started craving it.
Aren't you meant to like mix, like eat it together?
No.
No,
think so.
each one of those boxes is supposed to take you like 1 to 2 bites. Like you're pretty much just eating it by itself.
Pickled ginger is a palate cleanser, isn't it?
Oh,
it
okay,
could
that
be.
explains it.
Or am I thinking of something else?
Yeah.
It might be.
The top right is the McDonald's fucking menu. My favorite
Those
is
buns
shrimp
look
filet. Yeah. The fucking like One Piece advertisement had these like bumps on the fucking hamburger buns. It's like what the fuck?
Is that a raspberry Fanta?
No, I think it's grape.
No, it's orange juice.
No, this one right
I
here.
don't like the glob. I don't like the globs dripping off of the teriyaki McBurger.
Yeah, I had a samurai McBurger. You can see a little bit right here.
Yeah, I had
Yeah,
the
that looks
teriyaki, the chicken
tasty.
filet-o, but that thing was fucking like super yummy.
Also,
Samurai.
McBurger is so good.
Put on a good show.
Yeah. I think this was one of the moments where I made a fucking asshole of myself. So this, they didn't give you a little tablet to order everything. You had to actually walk up to somebody and tell them your order. So I would point to the food. I'm like, number 2? Oh, yeah, number 2. I'm like, combo. What? Combo. What? Seto. Oh, seto. Oh, hi. Oh, yeah. So yeah, you had to see that right there.
Yeah.
So
I can read the katakana.
Yeah. So let's see what else. So Japanese Taco Bell was okay. It was different, but I think Japanese McDonald's was better.
Is that
Yeah,
the
it-
bird
Oh,
sauce?
Like I told
Taco.
Mark, it was like we went to diet Taco Bell. Like that's what it tasted like.
Is that the yellow bird
Yeah,
sauce?
taco.
Nacho fries things?
That's
What?
cheese.
No, that's cheese.
There was sorry. There's a yellow
This?
bird-like thing. Yeah, there's like it looked exactly the same in like the Taco Bell app, so I was wondering.
No, that was something else. But yeah.
Where's the taco in the Taco Bell meal?
I
Well,
was about to say,
there's
so-
quesadilla. There's the crunch wrap.
It costs too much to import tacos over to Japan.
Dude, I
So you
shit.
just got like a loaded
I was about to
fries?
say,
Yeah,
so
pretty
Taco
much.
Bell. Hi, can I just have a shit ton of French fries?
Dude, that's the small. That's the small.
Yeah.
Does
So
Taco Bell typically
small?
does Taco Bell normally have French fries?
They
No.
have the nacho fries.
Well, I mean, they have the nacho fries.
Yeah,
Yeah,
these are
that
not
Those
those
are
nacho
nacho
fries.
That's why I was like confused about the.
Yeah.
sorry,
Sometimes, sometimes it's temporary.
Yeah. So I looked at the back of these like sauce packets. All the food is apparently coming from like South Korea.
Makes
So
sense.
I don't
That's
know.
not a sauce packet, Mark. That's a sauce packet.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, so this has a very interesting story. So I do have a friend that used to live in Japan who now lives in Thailand, and I asked him what's a good like off the beaten path place to eat something, and he's like, oh, go to this place right before Ikebukuro. So we get off this small train station, and there's a line outside the place, and we're far away from the main drag where there's no English. In fact, one of the employees of the place was like, "Oh, you know what you want?" And I'm like, and we just point to the menu. We're like, this one, because that's what my friend said, and this is what we got. So you take the noodles and you dunk it into that broth, and you can see this broth kind of looks a little bit nasty. I shit you not. That is the most umami thing I've ever stuck in my mouth. Holy shit, it was really good.
Yeah, it was like beef, bacon, ham, like every single most savory piece of meat. And you could pull it apart with like your fingers. It was so soft and succulent. It will and tell them about the history.
Yeah, so apparently this place has been there for like 50 years, 50 plus years, and it's been run by the same three women. Just the entire time. But yeah, no, that was really good.
Yeah, it was like the best ramen, and what makes it like super, I guess like what makes it a very odd story is that they're only open for 3 hours a day.
Yep, for lunch.
All right.
Probably takes a really long time to make that broth.
I was just about to say, fucking. So you ordered ramen, but instead of just having it in the broth, you ordered. Yeah, I want ramen that I can dip.
Yeah.
Well,
and-
also
go
one
ahead.
part I didn't really understand. Since we came in like about like an hour late from opening, the broth was already kind of like lukewarm. We didn't know this until we were like drinking it, but all you had to do was set your bowl on the table, and they would have poured like boiling water over it to heat it up. We didn't know this until we were already done.
Yeah. So then after you're halfway done with this and you're done with your noodles, they literally just pour boiling water and you drink it like a soup. So it's very, very interesting. So yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, that shit looks bussin'. Holy shit, it's a spine.
Yeah. So this was at the end of Yakiniku with Takahashi-san. Apparently, the Japanese do not have dessert at the end of dinner. They have noodles. So this is noodles. It's pretty good.
Noodles.
Yeah. So let's talk about this.
No sweets.
What is
no
that?
Sweets, only pasta.
Right. So there was one day I was out with the other person while Haseo was getting his tattoo, and it was another conveyor belt sushi place. And at the very back of the menu, where I guess nobody ever goes to, there was an item called eel spine crackers. And I'm like, holy shit, there's no way they're going to feed me actual eel spine. So I put the order in. And it takes them a good 20 minutes to make it. I bet like some guy at the very back of the kitchen is like, yo, Tenchi, some motherfucker had just ordered eel spine crackers. Can you see if we have any more? He's like, oh yeah, let me go ahead and check.
Hey, Ken, some fucking gaijin ordered the spine. Let's make this fucker regret every life decision he's made.
Yeah.
All right,
So
here's the question.
yeah.
Were they good?
No.
Damn.
No. If they handed it to me again, I'd eat it, but like I wouldn't be too happy about it.
What does it taste like?
Somebody literally was just like, yo, what would happen if I just ripped the spine out of an eel and took a bite out of it?
Well,
I had so many eel spines, but I don't know what to do with them.
Are eel spines bone or are they cartilage?
Bone. It's actual bone.
It's
Yeah,
bone.
they're,
Okay.
they're,
Not like you needed their
they're
spines
vertebrae.
anyway. It's only holding them back.
Bone marrow,
Yeah.
idiot.
It's only holding them back.
Some Japanese guy from like 30 years ago played too much Mortal Kombat and ended up with a bunch of these.
You know, I was about to say, wait. I was like, wait, 30 years ago? And then I was like, oh, wait, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, you can't just let the spine go to waste.
Yeah,
course.
they give you the main part of the eel, but what about the line?
Yeah.
Can you explain the flavor? Oh, I'm curious.
Okay, so think of how do I put this into context?
Is it like a crispy French fry?
Think of like a more crispy saltine cracker. Except
Okay.
you really taste the sea, like the saltiness of the sea. It's like
Okay.
that. I mean, Jeff took one bite and he's like, "Ew, I'm not eating this." I'm like, "Okay, more for me."
More for me.
Same
More
faces
for
that
me
American-
as Mark fucking vomits up spine all over.
Yeah, spine and nano.
Yeah.
It just becomes like the not so again. Mark, you don't have to.
No.
I ordered it. I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah.
I feel like it could be good, but I also
Oh. Keep going.
dosey don'ts.
So here's the do's and don'ts, tips that aren't said about going to Japan by like fucking people on YouTube. Be short. You want to be short. Let me tell you what.
Did you add a microphone to his hand?
Listen, I'm 6'2", all right?
No, he found that picture for sure.
What the fuck is that?
I'm fucking 6'2". Anytime, like the first fucking week in Japan, anytime I hopped on the train, I hit my head. Anytime I got into the bathroom, I hit my fucking head. Anytime I went into an old building, I hit my fucking head.
Yeah,
Holy
I
shit.
I would just be on my laptop in the middle of the night, and then I would hear fucking
Donk.
fucking Mark bonking his head.
You're just minding your own business. You're
Dunk. Or just like the metal pipe sound. Dong.
Yeah.
Just wood splitting slowly as
Yeah.
Mark walks through a door frame.
Yeah.
oh god damn it.
And like, I'm 6'2", but fucking poor Jeff is 6'4", and is legally blind.
Who
He-
is Jeff?
He's
Oh, he's fucked.
Haseo, you
Yeah,
go ahead,
yeah,
Bill.
he's my boss.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's the one that organized the trip for the most part. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, you're gonna be ducking a lot in Japan if you're above 6 foot. Second thing,
Chip.
yes, that is chimp. So don't bring certain over-the-counter medications. Hey, chimp, chimp, chimp,
Did you save this to your computer?
chimp.
Yeah.
You know that ADHD medication that you take?
I've been re-prescribed.
Right. Don't bring that to Japan without doing paperwork.
Oh,
It is illegal.
Yeah, they count it as legit methethamphetamine.
Oh shit.
Like, it's on the same level as that.
He's
Oh,
gonna go to
fuck.
Japan. He's gonna be like, my name is Walter.
So
Chicago.
I need it. I'll be off the list.
Damn right.
yeah. So when I
Just
was
put your dick away.
when I was going through
Pizza on the roof.
when I was going through customs in the Japan side, they're like, "Oh, you can't bring these medications over," and they were things like anything that's a precursor to meth. So Sudafed, you can't bring Sudafed. You cannot bring Flonase, which is a allergy spray.
Yeah.
Anything that is a stimulant, like ADHD medications, or most steroids. So you can talk to the Ministry of Health and get a special exporter's license where you basically bring like a month's supply of whatever the fuck you need. But yeah, no, for the 4 hours I was waiting at the airport waiting for Haseo and the gang to show up, I just kept Googling, oh my god, is Benadryl legal in Japan?
What's Benadryl again?
It's just like, oh, you can't bring this
Well, if I
this nasal spray with you. Allergenics. Allergies. It's just that scene from the fucking Shining where Jack's cutting the door down.
No, and you know what's funny about Japan is that the thing about steroids. Do you want to know what steroids is classified under? Fucking radiation materials.
People suffering from allergies in Japan just turn to the guy when SpongeBob asks him if he's ugly.
Yep.
I love how you said over the counter, despite the fact that these are prescription drugs.
Flonase is not a prescription drug. Sudafed is not
Okay,
a
but
prescription
fucking
drug.
ADHD meds are.
Yeah.
No, you can get that like they're over the counter. Trust me. Doc, I have problems focusing. Okay, here you go.
Here's meth.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Can I just bring up? I found out that the company that was making my meds just stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anymore.
Yeah, they just went, I don't want to do this no more.
Chimp. Side note, what is in your mouth right here?
Oh, I had cavities, so they're numbing my mouth.
No.
I thought it'd be a funny picture.
Tim, how old are you in this picture? How old is this picture?
Probably 20. I'm probably 20 in that.
I just see that and I just think,
Why did you keep this picture?
Oh, it's because it's because I had to Photoshop something, so I always had the original picture.
Oh, you know what? That was from when he was doing his chart thing. I sent it to him. He put me in the background of hell.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Wait, do you still have those pictures, Mark?
What? What do you mean the
The
Venn diagram?
chart.
yeah.
Yeah, I do. Anyways, we gotta keep going. We can't wait.
Sorry.
Be socially aware of what is happening around you, because let me tell you.
Snerd, is that you in real life? Is that how your head's shaped?
No.
Oh,
That's not me. That's not me.
Yeah.
You're not wide in real life?
You're not Wumbo.
Right.
Why do you, Mark? Why'd you use a picture of me for this?
Because you're socially aware.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying something about me.
Yeah.
My fingers just. Why do y'all? This is the second time in a week that someone's made fun of me for my fingers curving. My fucking hands just curve back. I don't know, chimp. Fuck you.
Oh, it's hitchhiker's thumb.
I hope someone cuts your hair off in the middle of the
Guys, please. Guys, we can't. Okay, let me keep going, alright? So yeah, there's a lot of like weird things that the Japanese do. Like in Tokyo, hey, everybody's on the left side of the escalator. In Kansai, they just tell you, see where everybody's standing on which side and just stand on that side. Hey, if you are in a fucking elevator, maybe don't talk. Maybe also don't do that in the subways or the bullet train and stuff like that. As long as you're socially aware and you see what everybody else is doing, you should be good. You should be good. Oh my god. No, I don't think his thumb is like that. It's not that bad. It's not. Okay.
Snerd had the stretchy table, but for his thumb.
Okay, so as I was alluding to, don't be loud.
Possible.
The Japanese, they know where they're going. They're quiet and they stay out of everybody's way. The French and the Indians do not know this. All right. So we're on a train platform, and there's this family of like 12 Indians that are just screaming at each other. I think they were just trying to discuss whether or not this was the platform they needed to be on, but they made sure that everybody could hear them. And then when we were going up the skyscraper, there was like these three French people in the elevator, and everybody else is quiet. They're just having a full blown conversation while everybody's just looking at them.
They're talking
And
about the next place they're going to surrender.
That's fucked up.
yeah.
Am I wrong?
So this is with, you know, be socially aware. Drink water. You're gonna be walking like what? We walked like an average of like 10 miles a day, Haseo.
Yeah, we in total we did 435,000 steps. in
That's a
Japan.
lot. That's a lot of steps. Drink water, you fucking bitches.
Your calves are probably toned as hell.
Oh yeah.
What's the recommended water of choice?
Pocori sweat.
Pocori sweat.
Pocori sweat.
Is it tasty?
Yes.
Does
Yeah,
it taste like
basically
sweat?
it's basically like Powerade, but like a lot more like without sugar.
Yeah.
Water
Yeah.
doesn't have a flavor.
Actually.
It does.
oh.
If you have minerals in there, it actually does change the taste. Snurd.
Yeah. What's nice is in Japan, around every fucking corner is a vending machine. You literally can't you can't dehydrate to death unless you don't have any money. So
Wow, it really is like Yakuza.
it's really convenient. Yeah, it is. Do be packing a good pair of shoes and some extra insoles because you're gonna need them.
Yeah, blister boy.
Yeah. Apparently the Japanese do not believe in moleskin. They're just like, walk on those blisters, bitch.
Real issue.
Oh, you got blisters on your feet? Walk it off, idiot.
Yeah, which is basically what I did.
Just pop them.
Well, I
Yeah.
also don't think the Japanese are traveling across their country constantly.
They're walking a lot, Chimp. Let me tell you what.
Well, you
So,
think they're walking They have trains. They're not walking all the damn time.
I know, but still. So,
Sorry.
be using a credit card, but also bring cash.
My favorite fucking thing, Shane.
So you want to use a credit card whenever you can because you will get the market exchange rate. So I think on average it was like 132.
Honest video picture in all of existence.
It's $1 for 132 yen. If you take money out of a 7-Eleven ATM, you would be getting somewhere around 126 or 127. So if you use a credit card, good. Definitely do that. But also definitely bring cash because there are places that do not take credit card. So, hey, there's a tip from me.
Like the United States.
Don't be a bitch. Try new things.
Like eel bone.
Like eel bone or natto or beef tongue or chicken
It's
liver.
more in another country.
You can get beef tongue here.
Yeah.
Buckalingua.
Shut up. Well, okay, it was the first time I having it, but what I'm trying to say is, you know, take a step out of the comfort zone, try something different. Especially if you travel 7,000 miles, you might as well try something different. Hopefully, something that doesn't kill you.
Chicken nuggets.
Shit, you fucking idiot.
Can I get a chicken nugget?
Yeah.
Mark, do they have good pizza?
Chicken nugget seto.
No, the Japanese cannot make good pizza. They cannot.
I don't think I want to
That's
go
fucking-
there
Oh
anymore.
god, yeah, the pizza was horrendous.
That's fucked up.
Did you find a pizza vending machine?
No. Actually, the weirdest vending machines that we saw was one selling raw meat and flowers. That was it. That was the
Yeah, there
weirdest
was
thing.
You didn't
the-
find a panty machine?
No.
The only vending machines that sell like hot food were in Yokohama, but they're like out in like the outskirts, like in the buoys. So there was just no way we were gonna be able to make it up there.
Yeah. So, okay.
Why would you buy raw meat from a fucking vending machine?
I don't know. Maybe
You're
we're
in a
gonna cook
hurry.
it.
Just
Yeah.
wait for
I don't know,
me.
Plasma. Don't be a bitch. Try new things.
Yeah, Plasma.
No, I
J.
don't-
coli, try new things.
That vending
I don't
machine
need
has the best
vending
damn
machine.
meat.
I don't want to get a
Goddamn
fucking
country.
disease.
You're fucking
Get jumped by 5 naked men. Try new things.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay, let's keep going.
Got Tyler wand.
Be ready to fail and be cringe. Holy shit! All right.
He succeeded.
If you have problems with like rejection or like failing, get over it before you go to Japan.
What's the matter? You failed, little puss. Suck it up. Failing is just the first step in truly succeeding.
Yeah, like
Failing or understanding this topic.
learning how to use like the train system, learning how to go to a kombini and buy something and don't look like a fucking asshole. So here's a tip for anybody who ever goes to Japan. When you go to a kombini and you order more than 2 items, they're going to ask you something in Japanese. And the second problem with that is they're very polite and very quiet about it, so you can't hear any fucking words that they say. So after 2 seconds of giving them the face, they point to the thing at the bottom that says bag. Like, oh, yeah, yes, hi, yes, I would like everything in a bag. And by the way, those fuckers actually charge you like 2 or 3 yen for a bag.
Yep.
So
They do it in my town right now.
yeah.
They do it in Texas too.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, it's
They
like
don't
10
do it
cents.
where I go.
You want a bag? Give us a penny, idiot.
I
So-
think it's just to encourage reusable bags, which is good.
They just want to discourage you to use plastic bags, but yeah. So if you want to feel really cool, knowing this, you go and you buy a couple things for breakfast, and they go blah 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 blah, and you just say hi, and they're like, oh okay, and they put it in the bag, and they're like, oh, you must know Japanese. Oh, it's fucking hilarious. It makes me feel really good. You just say yes, and they're like, oh okay, yeah, okay, I'll do it for you. That's fine. So, yeah. Okay, I think that's it. No, I'm sorry. There's one more.
Sorry.
Don't be forgetting your passport while you're out and about. Turns out the Japanese police can detain you without a reason for 14 days. So if you don't have a passport, they're like, oh, well, you're going to come with us to the fucking slammer, boy.
You saying this from experience?
I mean,
no.
I was in charge of everyone's passport because I always had my backpack on me. So yeah.
That'd be nerve-wracking for me.
Yeah. So always be bringing your passport, not a copy. Okay, so here's where I talk about other shit that I didn't know how to fit into the presentation. Okay, so I literally permanently changed my Twitter location to Japan for this reason alone. So the left is America and the right is Japan. Every time I look at things at the left, it makes me have stress and sadness. When I look at the right,
Happy birthday, clown Mike Pence.
I don't know.
Mark, I really hate to break it to you, but half the stuff on the left and half the stuff on the right are the exact same thing.
Yeah, but you can't tell.
That's not true.
I'm not even joking. You see the
Yeah?
third one from the bottom? You see the third one
What's
from the
the
bottom?
snowman?
Yeah,
That's the katakana for Nordstrom.
it's not.
It is.
Number 6.
Wait,
Number 6.
wait, is it? I thought.
Yeah, number 6.
It's not.
Isn't that first katakana Sue?
It is Sue.
Yeah, it
And
says,
the last one's.
Yeah, that's right.
isn't
Sit
it?
the fuck back
Yeah,
down.
it says-
2
yeah, it
years.
it says Supakumi.
I showed you. I know it too, nerd.
Wait, what does it
Ouch.
say, sir?
Were you gonna demean me?
Supakumi. I don't know what it said. I know what it reads, but I don't know what it means.
Yeah, it's Supakumu.
Yeah. So
Here we
yeah,
go.
I just literally kept my Twitter in Japan, and you know my mental health is just a little bit better, just
What
a
if
little
the
bit.
snowman is a really bad thing and you just don't realize
It's
it?
not. Shut up. Don't worry about it.
I'm not gonna lie, I learned this from Corey Spaz Kid of Newgrounds fame.
It's me. I can read that.
Yeah. So
I can't read that. Wait, I can read the bottom.
I learned how to read some Japanese from this game called Yukin Kana on Steam, where it teaches you like how to write it, the sounds, because I've always wanted to learn the sounds from the certain characters and stuff like that. This really helped me. Whenever I need to read something, as long as it wasn't kanji.
It's super useful because no matter what order, like of a hiragana or katakana is in, it's always gonna make the same sound. Always.
Yeah.
Mark,
And
I just need to ask because I haven't studied. Those are just the vowels, right?
Yes, those are just the
Oh,
vowels.
thank God.
and a lot of times, most kanji will have the hiragana beneath it.
No,
Not all
no,
the time, but sometimes.
very
for
little.
kids.
Yeah. Also, some things I don't understand reading is like desune, DESU space NE, even though in Japanese there's no spaces. So when you actually say that, you actually drop the U. There's just some like letters that they drop, and I don't understand the rules about that yet. But whatever.
It's just how they talk.
Yeah.
Desne.
Yeah. Right. So now we're gonna talk about the elephant in the room.
I feel like someone's being called out here.
No.
Well,
Hey, yo, is that the Hollow Live?
Oh, I thought her elbow was her boob. I was like, what's wrong with her left boob?
no.
You're calling out Haseo here.
Kind of. So
No.
this was the unknown factor that I wasn't aware of until we went on this trip, and I believe Haseo was in the same boat. So there were 4 people with us on this trip: me, Haseo, Haseo's boss, and Haseo's boss's wife. You know how like some people have those like crazy ex-girlfriend stories of like, you know, bitch is crazy or jealous and stuff like that. She is literally the combination of all of them. All right. This person claims that she is a fox, and I'm like, oh, are you saying you're a furry? And she's like, no. I'm like, okay, do you have like a fox spirit? And I'm like, and she was like, no, I just have fox qualities. I'm like, okay, weird, but you know, whatever. We're gonna be stuck with each other for 3.5 weeks. I'm sure it's fine. She's on like 6 different like mental medications for like fucking like OCD, bipolar, manic, PTSD, ADHD. If you can name it, she probably had it. She had 3 modes. She either was like flexing that she grew up rich, how she stayed at like all these like fancy hotels and like the hotels we stayed at weren't good. Or she would be like, "Oh, Mark, which fucking Hogwarts house are you a part of?" And I'm like, "Bitch, I don't fucking know." And then if those 2 failed, she would trauma dump how her ex-husband was a pedophile and a million other things. She's also agoraphobic, which, as you can imagine, being in Tokyo, it does not help. She would actually bite her husband because she would.
Agoraphobic?
Yes.
Translation.
So
Scared of crowd?
Scared of crowds. Yeah.
What the fuck?
And she, like impulsive buyer, they literally had to buy 2 suitcases to fit booby anime statues, Pokemon plushies, and a shitload of hentai. A lot of hentai. I cannot stress enough how much hentai. So, Haseo, would you like to chime in, or are you like, you know, dead from like reliving this?
So when we were getting our tattoo, the tattoo artist, he basically told us, he's like, oh well, I'm doing the tattoo, I'm gonna be quiet because like I need to focus. And me and her were like, oh yeah, cool. So I stayed quiet for mine. I threw on the Mars Volta. I fucking jammed out for like an hour and a half. It was great. Kelsey got 3 minutes into her tattoo when she started like going off on like, oh, I get tattoos because I've been mentally damaged in the past. I use tattoos as a form of therapy, and she was saying this, and she was having a one-sided conversation with the tattoo artist. It got to the point where he told her, ma'am, I'm trying to focus," and I yelled at her. I said, "Shut the hell up and let him work," and that was when she finally shut up.
I would prefer if you would be quiet.
I really prefer if you would be quiet right now.
Right. So you remember that whole like be socially aware thing? This also comes into play. So when we went to Lake Ashi, she was buying some kind of like jewelry, um, and she was telling stories to the jeweler about her son, and clearly the jeweler does not know any English, and so she's talking about like, yeah, so my son's big into this, and like, you know, his birthday was here like at this time, and I'm buying him all these Pokemon plushies. The guy is just like, like trying to sound like he understands, but clearly, like, no, he doesn't know any English. Stop.
This man, then the woman might as well just go whoa, 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 whoa,
You know the one meme of the guy talking to a wall of bricks? That's basically it. That's basically it. So,
sorry.
yeah, and she was so fucking high strung. Oh, and I forgot to mention, she's also a stoner. She's the least laid back stoner I've ever met. Yes, that's the meme. Like, literally, she could not handle crowds unless she had CBD. And like, you know, some point in Kyoto, she found a CBD store, which is surprising that they have it in Japan. But literally a fucking basket case. You know, this is the person we were talking about, Scotty, by the way.
Oh, yeah, no shit. I fucking figured. Honestly, dude, I would have just like carried around bear mace and been like, "Listen, bitch."
No, dude,
Your own consequences.
it got so
Oh,
bad
you
we
called
started
me bitch.
ignoring.
That reminds me of my ex-husband.
No, it got to the point where we ignored her the last week, and when we were in Japan, she'd be like, "Hey, do you guys want to go out for dinner?" And then Mark and I'd be like, "Nope, we're busy. Sorry,
No.
bye."
Now, I knew the straw that broke the camel's back was when we went to karaoke in Kyoto, where, you know, proper etiquette would be, hey, pick a song. When you're done with your song, then you pick another song. This bendeja, all right, would pick 4 songs in a row, and they would all be Disney songs. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh,
God
no,
damn it.
Disney adult.
She
The
is.
Disney wine mom. Oh shit.
You should have
Holy
punted
shit.
her.
Like,
I don't know. I also like, I pissed her off during karaoke. She's like, "Oh, like, hey guys, like, let's not do any more songs. Let's just all pick our favorite Disney songs and we'll sing them together." And then I said no, and just to be a fucking a spiteful asshole, I put on "Disengage" by Suicide Silence, and I sung that.
That's not like something I do. Let's put on our favorite Disney song. Immediately throw it on
Okay.
Linkin Park.
yeah.
I'm sorry, all I can think of is like her bring up like her trauma to like the tattoo artist is like so like Taco Bell like, yeah, I get Taco Bell because I'm traumatized from seeing the eyes of God and I'm never the same without eating it.
Yeah, hands down, she was the worst part of the entire fucking trip. All right? Like, Hassan asked me, out of 10, how would I rate the trip? And I said, I think like 8.5. I'm taking 1.5 points because of her. Everything else, there is like the next like worst thing was the natto. All right, there was nothing else I didn't like.
Half of like 0.1% of a point is taken off because man, that natto is awful.
No, she is the human equivalent of Nato.
Oh, she's a slimy bitch.
And like, you want to know how I felt, or I knew Haseo was like also turning the opinion. At the very beginning of the trip, he's like, "Oh yeah, no, I'll take you guys to Mexico City," and at the very end, he's like, "Oh no, we'll revisit this." Holy shit, I'm not taking this bitch to Mexico City. She's gonna get shot immediately. So
There was no chance in hell we are going anywhere near Mexico City with this woman.
exactly.
Mexico City. That reminds me of my trauma.
I don't know. Maybe you guys should send her to like the east side of St. Louis.
Oh,
In
no.
Missouri?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So,
Missouri and Missouri.
moral of the story is make sure you pick people who, you have liked interests and isn't batshit crazy. That is the moral of the story of her, right? Moving on. Let's talk about hentai.
But see,
Fucking anytime, like the only thing I really wanted to go shopping for the most part was video games. All right. Do you know how many fucking stores advertised they had video games, but it turns out it was just hentai?
I'm noticing
That is
Danganronpa
a
2
video game.
poster in this picture.
To be fair, the hentai stores did have hentai games, but they were just visual novels that you could get on Steam. All right?
Mhm.
But holy fucking shit. Out of like 10 stores that I would look for, one of them would have video games, the rest of them had just hentai in it. Or they didn't have any video games at all, just fucking like
Or
boy
like
band shit.
let's not even forget the electronics
Holy
like
shit,
hobby
her
shop we
boobs.
went. We went to an electronics hobby shop. So the first floor was like just like anime posters and accessories. The second floor was like manga. The third floor had like DVDs and video games. So Mark found like he bought like one thing and he's like, oh, he's like, I think there's more stuff on the fourth floor. So we get on the escalator and we start hearing shit. And we're like, what the fuck?
I remember now. Yeah.
And then as we're getting up this fucking long ass escalator, we hear it louder and louder. We get to the fourth floor, and I shit you not even like 2 inches from the entrance is a fucking Japanese girl getting railed. And the volume isn't on like 4 or like 5. No, it's at like 11. You could hear that this woman getting railed in this fucking Japanese porno from the third floor of this electronics store that was selling everything except porn.
Holy shit.
you just hear her like getting you just hear like the Ultra Instincts music just start like, what the fuck is that?
Even I told Haseo, I'm like, Haseo, we have to go. I'm gonna start laughing if we don't leave.
Oh, I think that could have made that funnier is if a guy was standing next to the TV, looks at you, stare, and goes, "Nice, right?"
Oh,
Nice,
okay.
right?
So out of the million fucking hentais, out of the
Fucking crack.
Nicer.
yeah, out of the million hentai stores that we saw, there was one store that had like stickers of women doing lewd things, like sucking some guy off or licking
Correct.
boobs.
Now graduating college.
Yeah. There was one that I was just there was one that was dumbfounded. It was a woman licking out of a urinal. And I'm like, who the fuck is into this?
I guess y'all stumbled upon Euphoria.
Oh.
And then no, and then it gets worse because right next
You've
to
never heard of degradation?
right next to that sticker was the same woman, but with 2 plungers over her breast.
Yeah.
She sexually identifies as a toilet.
I don't know.
I don't know, but like Mark and I, we
Looks like she needs
yeah,
to
Mark and I,
clean-
we saw those 2 like stickers and we're like, yeah, we're gonna leave.
Hey girl, are you a toilet? Looks like I need to clean your pipes.
Damn. But yeah.
How much hentai you buy?
How much what?
How much hentai you buy?
A lot. So much. Holy shit. Anytime we saw a hentai store, I'm like, Haseo, let's go there. They have a section on Link from Zelda.
Section.
All I can think of is the terror of airport security in the U.S. going through someone's bags and just going through like 3 duffel bags of hentai.
Oh no, the Japanese don't care. It's the American customs
No,
agents
that's
that
what
are
I'm
gonna be
saying.
like the ones that are gonna be like, what the fuck?
That's the American custom.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
okay.
like, okay, this is a bit much. Let me check. Are these children?
Well, it's also you can tell who's bought like hentai or porn in Japan because every single store has black bags strictly for like hentai porn. So if you're on the subway or like anywhere else and you see someone with a black bag, there's porn in that bag.
Yep.
Yeah, they have that at Magfest too.
Damn.
Yeah.
I didn't even know
Right.
Magfest sold porn.
If you,
Oh, they
anyone here,
absolutely sell porn.
Listen,
anyone,
sorry.
real- just not offside. Anyone here know Screwy?
No.
Yeah,
Twitter.
yeah. I remember your Magfest story when he whipped out all the dojin in front of you.
Yeah, we were at Nando's and he was like, "Here's what I bought," and then he just goes, "And I also bought this." And I look inside and there's an anime girl's pussy just right there, and I'm like, "What the fuck?"
My brother in Christ, what the fuck is this?
And this was the first interaction I had with the man, and I was like, "Man."
You seem pretty
Oh,
regular,
no,
huh?
Straight.
Yeah. So as the fucking like Puritan wholesome person as I am, the Japanese do not give a shit. Holy shit. About like hentai. It's just a regular thing. It's not like, fucking like, hey, I'm gonna beat you over that you're looking at porn like we do here. Holy shit.
I've heard stories of people just reading hentai in public on the fucking trains.
Oh yeah, no, we saw
Oh,
that. We saw that.
Yeah, there was,
Dude, I
there was,
saw
there
people
was,
doing that in
You
my
telling me you
school.
don't do that?
yeah,
What
there was an old
dude-
man on the subway that was like almost like halfway through a long manga, and like he did not give a fuck.
There's literally a Naruto character, like a main character, whose quirk is that he reads hentai like all the time.
Oh yeah.
That's
Isn't
Kakashi.
that just
One of the
Naruto?
best characters.
No, it's Kakashi. Kakashi's
It's
literally like mid
Kakashi.
fight. Kakashi 9 times out of 10 is reading hentai like mid fight.
Literally, the first fight
Oh,
with him
right.
in the series is him just reading his fucking hentai.
I witnessed. Oh, sorry. My bad.
While the other kids are trying to kick the shit out of him, and he wins that fight.
I witnessed a girl log on to her DeviantArt profile in high school. On the main computers. On the main computers. And specifically the one that the screen faces the entrance of the library. I'm like, oh no. No fucking way.
Anyways, I'm going to bed. Good night.
Nights,
Yeah, bye.
nerd. Love you.
Good night.
Get good sleep.
Yeah, so literally no fear cavalier. They are down for that hentai stuff. And I swear to God, 90% of the people that I saw inside these hentai sections had glasses, a plaid button shirt, jeans. They just all look the same.
The YouTuber fame?
I don't know. No,
Now, in all
I
fairness, when you don't have
chubby.
a lot
They're
of,
also chubby.
in all fairness, when you don't
It's a
like
YouTuber fan.
when you're working like so many hours and stressed out of your mind, like I think your just sense of shame will just go away for that kind of shit. You're just like, I'm doing it. I'm not caring.
Yeah. Anyways, no, lady, I didn't get any hentai figures. I'm sorry.
Coward.
Yeah. Okay, that's enough
So how
about
many
hentai.
hentai books did you buy?
Also, a whopping 0.
What about fate figures? Did you
Shut
get
up.
any of those?
Shut up, chimp. Anyways,
Oh,
Japanese
bought a lot of
TV.
fake figures. You see that reaction?
Yeah.
Live man reaction.
Japanese TV is also a precious thing. Holy shit. It's like when, back in the day when we had Jackass, but they just continued Jackass and actually funny variety shows. And for some reason also in this fucking shot, anytime there's news, anytime it's like an op-ed or something, there's always some fucker reacting to it. And this guy is literally saying nothing or just go, oh. That's
Reaction.
yeah, literally that. But holy shit, if I can find a way to get Fuji TV here, I would fucking read the shit out, or I would watch the shit out of it all the time.
And a bunch of like reaction YouTubers are just like, curious.
I'm sure there's probably a broadcast on YouTube for it.
There is, but they only do like 1 minute to 3 minute like segments. Like they don't spoil like everything. But the one thing about Japanese television that I learned early on is that there's only 6 channels, period. So
really?
so you're pretty much just cycling through all 6 channels at a given moment. But there's always something interesting on because of the 6 channels.
Yeah. I think like the saddest thing I kept seeing like on TV was how like they're closing all these like rural schools because the whole birth rate thing isn't going too well for them. That was pretty sad. But like I want to give a couple of examples of things I saw on TV there. So they had this one show where they took these actors from like a high school like bully movie. I think I don't
Oh, it was
know.
Tokyo Revengers.
Yeah, Tokyo Revengers, whatever. So literally, they open a room and there's these four chairs that they sit in, and there's this guy that walks in that has like a bomb for a head, and he's like, "Okay, you guys are gonna sit there, and every we'll go around, and we're gonna say like tongue twisters in Japanese, and if you fuck up, 3 times, your chair blows up."
No,
So-
and it's not. It's
So
not
how
just.
many people died on live television?
So it wasn't. It wasn't just the chair of the person that fucked up. If it was basically all for one and one for all. So
Yep.
if one fucked up, all four of their chairs exploded.
Yep.
Oh man, I love My Hero Academia.
And then like another one is it's some random actor or whatever, but there's this guy in like a food worker's costume with this gigantic like it's like a rice ball. It's like a fried rice ball with like some gooey stuff on it. That's like caramel. It's caramel.
Oh, a
Melted sugar.
donut.
No, it's not a donut. It's on the stick.
A Pokemon donut.
So basically, it's this guy who is like waiting around the corner, and as soon as the guy like comes around, he fucking like smacks him over with it, and then drizzles like the fucking caramel on him. So I think like the first time the guy was sitting in like a studio going over lines, and the guy like attacks him, whatever. The second time is and then like in between these, he actually has to go take a shower, and wear different clothes. So he takes a shower. He's leaving the studio, and once again, the guy with the fucking like rice ball thing is hiding behind around the corner. He comes past the corner, boom! He gets hit by the fucking the rice ball thing. So he has to then turn around, go back, take another shower, new clothes, and he's coming through the same hallway, but this time they have a scarecrow where the guy was before, and he walks like almost right past it. He's like, oh, wait a minute, wait, I'm not gonna get pranked again. Turns out the guy is actually right behind him. He opens a door and hits him again. And you would think after the third time the joke is over. They keep going. So,
God.
so now it's later in the day. The guy has a reservation at a restaurant, all right, with his girlfriend, and he gets there first. And the guy with the fucking like rice thing is hiding behind like a divider, and he's like reservation for whatever his name is, and he's waiting there. He sits down, and surprise, surprise. Comes out of nowhere, hits him again. His entire day is ruined. His day is ruined. He's probably gonna get dumped. Holy shit!
You missed the important part, and probably what made it even more hilarious. It was his birthday.
Oh yeah, it was his birthday. Oh,
It was his birthday.
Oh my god.
One of those similar skits. It was my favorite. It was called Mr. T-Man. And they had these three dudes like sit down for like a job interview, and then like halfway through the interview they just rolled out like 30 fucking mascots, like just like 30 different mascots, just like all funneled out dancing, and like they all shook his hand, and at the very end was this really buff like tall Japanese man, like we're talking like he's like a fucking Adonis, and he has a giant teacup for a head, and he walks up to this dude. And like the other mascots, he shakes his hand, and then he tells him to get up, and then he tells him to bow. So they bow, but there's actual tea in his head, and I think it was hot because any single time it fell on the other person, they reacted like it fucking burned.
Yeah. And then after that, they like interview the guy who just got pranked. And I don't know. He's like, "Oh man, you're a fucking asshole. I can't believe you do this to me." And then out of nowhere, T-Man will literally go like he'll put his hand underneath the table and he pulls out a fucking like wet tea bag, and like the guy who's being pranked is like, oh, what are you gonna do with that? You just gonna spin it around? He twirls it around and then smacks the guy across the face.
Yeah, it's not a soft one. He fucking winds up, and you hear it like all over the hallway.
Just a wet smack. And I think he did.
You,
I think he did it like
Sorry.
2 or 3 times. So.
can
Yeah.
I be on Japanese TV?
Oh
I
my
would love
god,
this.
it would be great to be on Japanese TV. But yeah. So yeah, Japanese TV, fucking great. I would watch that shit any day. Keep going. Konbinis. Literally like your best friend if you want to eat cheap in Japan. Those are your convenience stores. They'll sell you soap, detergent, food, obviously, like lots of different foods. We're talking about, excuse me, bento boxes, sandwiches, ramen bowls, salads, like whatever you're interested in, they probably have it. They probably have alcohol, pretty sure. This one is the Dragon Quest Lawson in Kyoto.
My friend's trying to drag me away when they see the Dragon Quest conveni.
Yeah.
Me trying my best to buy literally everything in the building.
Yeah, believe it or not, there wasn't that much like Dragon Quest
Yeah, it was
stuff.
like
Oh, I'm
half.
sure.
It was
Oh, I'm
like half
sure.
the wall, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's probably just because, oh hey, new Dragon Quest game, and again, Japan can't get enough of Dragon Quest from what I've seen.
That game even come out?
Yeah.
Treasures? Yeah, that came out a little while ago.
Yeah, it just apparently sucks.
Nobody talks about it.
Yeah, because I remember when they first announced it, people got excited for it, and then it ended up not being what they said it was.
Oh wait, I do remember. When you do step through it, you do get the like a Dragon Quest like jingle, and then they're playing the soundtrack like
Yeah.
over the speaker.
Oh, that's neat.
Aw.
No, let go of me! Let go of me! I have to buy everything in the building!
Yeah. Moving on. So let's talk about Takahashi-san. So Takahashi-san is a bit of a myth, all right? He's a man that kind of showed up out of nowhere and also left out of nowhere. So you remember that crazy girl that was with us? So this was apparently a family friend that he was set up by his dad, I think, for success. So if it wasn't for her dad, he wouldn't have like a really good job or something like that. We had a very interesting conversation in the one garden there. It started off with, okay, so we need to talk about World War II. And I'm like, oh no. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, okay, so we bombed one of your military bases. I don't think that was worth destroying 2 of our cities. And we're just like, well, technically you guys wouldn't stop unless we did something. And he's like, no, I get it. It's a joke. It's funny. It's okay. I'm like,
Yeah, no, what's funny though, and he's like, "Oh, it's not like I'm blaming you people or anything like that." And then I chimed in, and I'm like, "Yeah, Jeff, Mark, you people, your people did this."
Yeah. But yeah, no, he was very laid back. He picked up the tab twice. Like we went to the yakiniku place, and I look at the bill, and it was like $250. And we're like, Takahashi-san, can we please, help pay? And he's like, oh, no, this is cheap. It's fine. He pays for it. Yes, we do go to the slap bar with Takahashi-san. But that part's going to come up in a bit. But no, it was very funny to hear like his perspective on like, I guess, some of the interactions with him and the crazy bitch. Like, I think at one point he asked her, why do you get tattoos? And then she said something pretentious of, my body is a canvas for everybody to draw on and stuff. And he's like, I don't understand. Why do you get tattoos? And then he started talking about how he's like he likes cats and stuff like that. It was a very interesting person.
Aw.
So very very wholesome. But yeah, Hasso, anything you want to add about Takahashi-san?
No, not until we get to the part where he fucking.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so I went to the Final Fantasy 14 cafe.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I did. Just to do this. Yeah, get fucked. So
Wow, Mark, you clip your fingernails? What the fuck?
I do. Are you not?
You fucking savage.
No.
Did you know
Okay. This is off topic, but my fingernails grow
Don't fuck me, I'll scratch you.
No, my fingernails growing razor sharp. I fucking cut people without ever doing anything to my nails. They just they growing really sharp and sturdy.
Yeah.
Sucks.
So yeah, I found this. This is actually very close to the Akihabara station. Oh, don't worry, DX. I'm going to literally post all of the slides. So none needed.
Yeah, lady.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. So here's where everything goes downhill. So this is the night we were out with Takahashi-san, and we're walking down this. This is also in Yakuza 7, and we find a bar. And remember when I said like alcohol is really cheap? So at this bar, it was 1,000 yen, so about $7 for all you can drink. Supposedly. When I saw the bill, I don't think it was, or somebody ordered a lot of things that they shouldn't have ordered. So,
You could have been.
yeah. So we go there, and, we sit down, and Takahashi-san is like, oh, what do you want to drink? And I'm like, Mizu, which means water. I just want water. I don't want alcohol. And he's like, no, you drink. And I'm like, okay. So I guess I'll try this Yuzu highball. And I get the mega version because I'm feeling saucy. If I have to drink, I'm going to drink. And I start sipping on it. I'm like, ooh, I don't even taste the alcohol in this. It must be really weak. So you remember how I said like every place has like watered down alcohol? This was not one of those places.
Isn't yuzu like the really expensive whiskey?
No. Yuzu is
No.
like a combination of like lime and lemon.
Oh, that's right. My bad.
Mark, the minute you said, "Oh, this tastes real good," it's probably really weak. I was literally about to make like the Always Sunny joke, like Mark blackout drunk.
No, so he also fucked up because he ordered the mega version and then he ordered a backup version, I
Yep.
guess, to sip the rest of the night. When he got the second one and he was halfway through his first one, he gave it to me because he said, it literally told me, if I finish both of these, you're gonna have to carry me back to the hotel.
No, I didn't say that. Come on. Yes. So I'm like, okay, well, if I drink this is fine. We just had dinner. But stupid me forgot that we had yakiniku. Yeah, yakiniku, which is pretty much all meat. Meat does not absorb alcohol. So I think I'm like 3 mega highballs in, and the crazy girl that's with us, she found out on the menu you could order a slap from anybody in the store or in the bar. So she's like, I want that cute girl to slap me, and she's already like white girl wasted at this point, by the way, right? So this.
How old is this person?
She's 1 year older than me. I think she's 33. Yeah.
I
So
was surprised she didn't go like, I want to slap from Mr. Takahashi.
No, it was funny. When she ordered the slap, a young guy came in and he's like, "Oh, so who's getting slapped?" And then he pointed at her. You. That motherfucker was ready to fucking knock her the fuck out.
yeah, but she's like, no, I want the cute little Japanese girl to do it. And then she comes over. She gives like a baby slap, like it wasn't that hard. And she's like, no, you can slap me harder, honey. It's fine. And she's like, oh, no. She puts her hands up like in a cross. She's like, no. And I think she tried to order it multiple times. And she just wanted other people to slap her. And I literally turned to her. And I'm like, listen, Kelsey, I'll slap you harder and for free. You just say the word.
I will knock you the fuck out for free.
Right. So we're now halfway through the time there. And mysteriously, all these shots come out of nowhere. And Takahashi-san's like, oh, take these shots. We gotta drink them all. And I'm like, Takahashi-san, I'm not feeling too good. He's like, no, you drink.
Half of Mark's face is already like limp and numb.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Halfway down the stroke, not drunk.
Yeah, so Mark at that point turns to me. So yeah, Mark turns to me and he's like, Haseo, please. I'm like, I can't do this, please. So I drank 5 shots back to back. And I accounted for 3 that Mark was supposed to drink. So like a bro, I took fucking 3 shots.
Thank you. It doesn't matter. I start getting really like, wobbly and like, drunk walk and stuff. So we finish up there, and we're trying to find out like what's the easiest way to get back, but most of us are drunk and we don't know what the fuck we're saying.
Yeah.
Until
At that point, I have a very strong like alcohol tolerance. At that point, I had 2 of the highballs from Mark, my own beer, 5 shots that Takahashi-san brought, a sake shot that we all started with.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And Jeff's mega beer that I was also helping him drink. So I probably had in total like 14 drinks. And here's the thing though, I was still sober.
Yeah,
so I was in
sober.
charge of getting these drunk pieces of shit home in a city that we had only been there for like 6 hours. So I had to
My liver's fine. I can do this.
yeah, so I had to escort fucking these 3 drunk sons of bitches home.
Yeah.
At like 11 o'clock at night.
I think at one point I asked Haseo, like, Haseo, do I look drunk? And he's like, yes. I was like, oh no. So, yeah, what's funny is like around that point we were getting pretty comfortable with, how to take trains and how to navigate the train stations. Yeah, it turns out it's like Dark Souls difficulty when you're drunk.
Yeah, fucking Mark and Jeff were like yelling at me about a particular route, and I'm like, no, you drunk motherfuckers. It comes in 3 minutes, not 2, not 4, 3, and I have to yell at them in the middle of a fucking crowded fucking subway station. I'm like, I know what the fuck I'm doing. Back the fuck off.
I gotta say,
I got a tickle.
It's been a very long time I ever got that tipsy. Or drunk. Let's say drunk. But I appreciate it. It was a fun
I
time.
love how Mark realizes how fucked he is when he has to give one of his drinks on sale. Like, I need this. You're gonna have to carry me.
Yeah. So yeah, that was the night that mistakes were made. So yeah.
Sounds like a good time.
Okay. Right. So I'm sure, the question that's on everybody's lips is, Mark, why did you go to Japan?
No, it was, I hope you had a good time.
That's a lie.
Yeah.
Mark, I
wasn't
really
wondering
hope
at
that
all.
you
Yeah.
enjoyed
Sounds
yourself.
like you had a good time.
Mark, I want you to live a good life.
Yes.
Mark,
Anyway.
I want you to be happy.
Yeah. No, lady, I already posted all the games I got. I didn't. The only figures I got were the ones I won from Crane Games.
Gotcha.
And Gotcha. Yeah, I got some
Most
Gotcha
of the
too.
games he got,
Wow,
but
Mark played
fuckface couldn't
Gotcha.
buy me one $73 game.
Yeah. Okay, so here's where I fantasize and romanticize Japan. All right. I'll wait for DX to type whatever he's typing before I continue.
Before you obliterate him with facts and knowledge.
Okay, continue. Okay, so like, oh, what the fuck? Right, so I have Caligula Effect and fucking Linkin Park here for a reason, I swear. So I was listening to a lot of Linkin Park recently, and it kind of like if you guys ever listen to both these albums, there's a couple like themes to them. A lot of them is like running the fuck away, and being that in my life, so I decided to do this maybe like 2 years ago, but Haseo didn't tell me about it until like a year and a half ago. I had different plans before Haseo was like, "Hey, I'm going to Japan." And at that point, with me working public health during a pandemic, my dad passing away, my taking care of my mom, and dealing with her shit, I didn't want to be Mark anymore. Let's put it that way. I didn't want to be the health inspector. I didn't want to be, the guy that lost his dad and has to take care of the mom and, stuff like that.
Shut down the children's hospitals.
No, I can do
Stop
that.
it,
I
kids'
don't want to be
heads.
the bad guy anymore.
I don't want to be the bad guy.
Yeah, so I kind of just want to run away, and Japan is probably the furthest place you can probably run away. Or something. Like, I've always wanted to go to Japan, but I didn't have, like, a strong urge to ever go to Japan. I didn't have a good reason to, for the most part. And then Caligula Effect is here is because the story of Caligula Effect is there's, like, this other world that you go to when you want to escape reality, and you're stuck there and stuff like that. So, in essence, Japan is my Caligula Effect, even though I got out of it. So that's why Caligula Effect is there. Also, the other reason is, hey, I like to cook. So I always like to learn about other culinary things. And, also being a health inspector, you learn a thing or two. Surprise, surprise, I didn't see that many, like, horrible health code violations. And I learned a lot of cooking and stuff while I was there. What's this other part? Right. Also, I wanted to see like the real life locations of like certain places. So, as you can see, we have Tokyo Xanadu, the train station where most of the game takes place, and the Don Quixote on that corner. As you can see, I actually did find that fucking structure and the train station in Tokyo Xanadu, and the Don Quixote for Yakuza.
Tokyo Xanadu draw it like square.
So, Mark, you say this, I dread going to Japan with one of my friends because he really likes you know the game Oculus Trip.
Yeah.
He really likes that game. It's
Plasma.
legit, no, it's legit not for the reason you think.
Oh.
It's just because it's literally just he likes the interpretation of Akihabara in that game because from what he's seen of it, it looks really cool. And I dread going to Japan with him because I just dread we go like the first place he's going to want to go is Akihabara to see how like accurate it is.
Yeah, no. And the entire time we were in Akihabara, I kept telling Haseo like, "Oh man, this is where shit went down here." And like, you remember the one meme when I was playing Akiba the Strip of like disperse, like all the guys taking pictures of the cosplayers and stuff. I was there, Plasma.
You were around and it unlocked that core memory.
Exactly. I could have gone to one of those stores, bought a keyboard, and could have just told people to disperse.
Mark has like Mark awakens like a fucking sleeper agent there. It's like, Mark, are you okay? Disperse.
Like, I shit you not, Plasma. The game is very accurate. Obviously, the game takes place like early 2000, so after 20 years, the place looks a little bit different. But structurally wise, it is literally the same. You can literally walk the same places.
I mean, knowing me, I'm gonna head to Shibuya and be like, "Wow,
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts, man."
Whoa, cyber sleuth.
Yeah, but like you can see, like in the right, the Yakuza and the Don Quixote is like it's like one for one the same fucking thing. Holy shit! And like that game came out like a decade ago, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, they had a sponsorship until Like a Dragon 7 came out.
Yeah. So.
Now there's no more Don Quixote.
Yeah.
There's just corner store.
Corner store. Yeah. So.
Corner store.
Okay. So this is the last slide. The one thing I'm gonna miss the most about Japan is
Hentai?
no, it's not the
Us?
hentai. No,
Food?
no, it's
Getting taller.
no, it's the people. I miss the fucking people. Holy shit!
Aw.
Like, whether it's like running through the streets of Shinjuku here, navigating the fucking train stations, or walking the streets of Yokohama. The people, they stay out of your way. They're very quiet. They're respectful. We dealt with no rude people, no rude Japanese people. The only rude time what we saw was when Kelsey touched the handle of the taxi car, which is a big no-no. Never do that. Everybody was nice. Everybody was quiet. They know what the fuck they're doing. And you know,
They
after
know how to be courteous.
yeah, respectful, all that stuff. When I came back to working back at the health department after this trip, I went to downtown, and like I'm seeing people play music really loud. They're screaming at each other. There's a guy defecating on the corner, and I'm just like, God, I want to go back to Japan. I hate everybody here.
Yeah, people
Oh,
do
no.
talk.
Now, I do want to also preface that if you gave me the choice to live in America or Japan, I would still want to live in America. That does not change. I would love to visit Japan. I would not want to stay
that's
there.
what I keep hearing is that it's great to visit, but terrible to live in.
Yeah. So that is the presentation. Guys, do you have any questions about what happened while I was there? Actually, you know what? Let me. I'm gonna end the capture. Hold on. Boop.